Quartavius Mender. Quartavius Mender is an 18-year-old teen from Atlanta. And why are we talking about this teenager? Because he is what they call a ride or die thug N word. If you are a gang member, right? If you are a person who is down to exact revenge and you want to make sure that you got somebody who's going to roll with you, who's going to see it all the way through, he's the guy you want. Why? Why am I saying this about this teenager, this child with a barely fully functioning brain? Well, apparently he took the social media on May 14th and he threatened the lieutenant and his wife. He said, "I'm going to murder you, you and your wife," and not in so much colorful language, "if you do not release a member, not any specific, but a member of the YSL gang."
Right.
I don't know the association that he has with YSL. I don't know if he's just a fan of Thugga Thugga, but he went on social media and he threatened these two people's lives. And of course, he got arrested. He's being charged with like 23 felony charges. They say they take threats like this very serious, as they should. You
Right.
have to keep in mind that the air quote gang that they're dealing with allegedly. So yeah, and by the way, Thug got denied his bond. Gunna, we already spoke to, denied his bond. Why did they get denied their bond? Hey, they got money, they got resources. You let them out, they might call hits, retaliation, etc., etc. This kid, this teenager, made it a whole lot worse for anyone who is affiliated with YSL because they're not getting bombed because they're afraid they're gonna call hits.
Yeah.
This kid is like, I'm going to like, yeah, you just made it a lot worse for your favorite rappers or your fellow gang members. Very stupid. So yeah.
It's not looking good. It's not looking real good for young Thug out here in these streets or in jail. You know, a lot of things have been happening. It's been very active in that prison from things that I've heard since YSL has been, in there taking up some space, I shall say. Apparently they're smuggling in phones too. There were a few YSL members were caught with phones, or there's been a lot more cell phone, smuggled phone activity going on in the jail as well, which is great because some of the phones that were smuggled in by actual police officers who tapped those phones, use those phones to get other evidence against certain members of YSL, and also use that to deny his bond. Because when they were talking about, oh, we have conversations with and all of that stuff, when the prosecution was talking about that during the bond hearing, that's what they were using. So, you know, it's not looking good. And when you can have Kevin Lyles hitting the stage, I don't know, did you see that?
No,
Kevin Lyles' testimony?
no.
Kevin Lyles broke out in tears. Okay.
Why?
Broke out in tears
Why?
because he said, Your Honor, this is a good man. This is a man who wouldn't hurt a fly. He's talking about Young Thug. He said, This is a man who wouldn't hurt a fly. This is a good man. And he started to list off who he was and all his accomplishments, which was plentiful, a lot of great accomplishments. But then he went on to just talk about how good he was, and he makes a lot of money and da 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 and this and that, and he gives a lot of charity and blah blah blah. So when you can have something like that happen and they're still like, no,
Um,
not looking good.
Logic. That's just lot. Can't someone be two things? If you take these famous rappers out of it and you just look at just a regular drug dealer, right? They don't even say just a drug dealer. A
Okay.
drug dealer needs to get paid. If you don't have their money, they're going to make sure you get that money, i.e. violence, right? It's part of the job.
No, that's a good example.
So
Because
just
what they'll do is they'll be doing the bad, and like what you say, but the good that they'll be doing is helping people. Well, some people will help their communities, like they'll build parks. And
or
I just grew up in an area where the people who were involved in that type of thing
They help the
Gave back
community
to
out.
the area.
Yeah,
Gave
so,
back to the
but not
area.
even that. Maybe this person is just selling drugs just to take care of his family. He's putting food on the plate. He goes
Right. Even
home.
if something as simple as
He's
that.
a
That's true.
loving father. Like people could be two things at once.
That's a good
And
point.
what's his name? Kevin Lyles, buddy.
What's his name?
I don't care. That's how little I care. Listen, buddy, I'm great that Thugga has shown you all the amazing things that he's done, all the good side of him. You're not a YSL member. Okay, you're not on the phone calls. You're not going to be exposed to the other side. Why would he expose you to that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you can go and be a character witness and say all these great things. And by the way, if all that stuff is accurate, kudos to you, Young Thug, because I just thought you were a dick. So that's awesome.
I mean, Kevin Lyles is the head of the studio of his record label, right? So I don't know how involved he is in Thug's personal life. So I guess you have a point there, but I just have to assume that he knew all sides of what he was, because he's
Great.
doing business with the
Okay,
guy,
well,
right?
how
Like
about
he's a
this?
businessman.
Okay, well then how about this? You know, all that you being a character witness, guess what? I believe like half the shit you're saying. You know why? Because it benefits you for him to be out of jail. So you could just be saying all this stuff so he can be out and be making you money. So how about that?
Yeah, I mean that's another solid point. I really got nothing for that. I
You
really got
know,
nothing
and
for that.
and the one thing that I just have to add in, because the couple times we've talked about these guys, I've been talking matter of fact, like they've done all these things that they're being accused of, and I've never said allegedly, and I apologize for that because that's what the legal system's for. So this is all alleged. But at the end of the day, I'm if this is proven to be true, you do dirt, you get there. I don't understand. Like I don't get this stuff. You gotta. I get it. When you go to jail, you get locked up, and you go through the motions. You go through the trial, and you're gonna do everything right,
Right.
everything to be found innocent. Lie, cheat, steal, whatever it takes. Fine. But once you get that jail time, that's it, man. You knew what it was when you did it. Like you don't get to be a criminal and just be like, I'm gonna break laws for the rest of my life and no consequences. That's not how it works. If that was the case, we would all be criminals because I get to make a lot of money really fast and kill people if I want to. No consequences.
Right.
No, that's not how it works. So when you choose to do those things, you say, damn, I'm gonna enter in this lifestyle. I might go to jail, I might die, but effort, I'm doing it anyways.
You know what else I noticed though? Is none of his rapper friends showed up as character witnesses.
Of course not. You want to? Why do you think? Listen,
No
some
offense to Drake, but I mean, he was one of the people who spoke big on Thug for years. You know what I mean?
no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Nobody's
And because
nobody's.
because
No.
obviously you'd have to pick somebody as a character witness who doesn't have a criminal background, right? That's
Yeah.
that's the first thing. So it'd have to be one of his friends that don't. So that's why I said if anyone wants to know why I went right to Drake, it wasn't because he's at the top of the game, or it's because he doesn't have a criminal past, and he's somebody who could actually probably be a good character witness. But he
But
didn't. I guess he couldn't get a flight.
no, Drake
It's
is.
hard to get. It's hard to get out of the country right now traveling.
Yeah.
So
Drake is smarter than that. That's why.
he has
And
a private jet.
just just again to rewind, to Mr. Mender. I just have to. I'm curious about your life. You know, you're 18 years old. What would make you go on social media and publicly threaten a police official and their wife's life? What would make within an in retaliation to an ongoing case?
Yeah.
What would make you do that? I want to say to myself, maybe it's just clout and you just wanted some attention. But I mean, you have to be smart enough, bro. If you're just in class and you stand up and you say, I'm gonna punch the teacher, you're gonna immediately be sent to the office. And you didn't, all you did was you made a threat. All you did, you made a threat. You're immediately gonna be punished.
It's a nice
And
way
that,
to get some time off of school.
but that's just a teacher, an authority figure. It's just a teacher. What did you think was gonna happen when you threaten a person of the law about an ongoing case? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? So I'm trying to get inside this kid's mind and I can't,
I
and
mean, there's nothing really to overcomplicate, man. When it comes to certain gangs, it's very simple. You're given it's like an army. That's exactly how they operate. I don't think I got to elaborate on that.
Well, viewing public, what are your thoughts on this, man? 18 years old, 18 years old, 23 felony charges
That's
for
what you sign up for when you. That's what you
for
sign up for, man.
what? For what?
I want to feel
For
sorry for the kid,
what?
but hey, listen. You in a gang, you know about that gang life. That is what you sign up for. That
Listen,
is
listen.
part of the deal.
I don't encourage any type of violence at all. But if you're going to threaten violence against a police officer, how about this? Take the threatened part out. You obviously know who this person is, right? Do what you got to do. Why would you put it on social media? You dry snitched on yourself. You have no
Yeah,
one to blame but
that was.
you. Why would you do that? Telling you, man, I'm losing faith in these kids every day, bro. Every damn day. All right, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe his parents gonna start a GoFundMe or something like that. I know I'm not contributing. I know I'm not. All right. Okay.